Hey everybody, hope your day is going all right. Yeah, felt compelled to push the button and say something, but probably the last 10 minutes, 50 or who knows what all topics were just, you know, covering grounds, just trying to think of maybe potentials of what to say while whatever. And anyways, I have no clue. It would take hours to go over all the topics I just covered. So I'll try to break something down. And anyways, I enjoy who I get time to listen to. Can't hear everyone. And just because I listen to certain whoever's, whatever's, and I diversify my information, and I think there's helpful things in those I spend my time on. And politically, I watch things that in every parameter because it's a must right now. We're under an attack, as I've made known multiple times. The world knows it by now, sure. Yeah. So I'm like, well, what's this giant difference? You got the devil energy and you got those who want to be helpful. You got the criminals leading the way in this world. Like the devil, just like the devil. There's no other way. There's just not. Okay, so stealing the land, killing, fighting, all the things, lying. How's this flying by? How did they get this way? Boy, there's a bunch in that. I mean, a bunch. But the bottom line, it got reminded to me watching an episode Morg had the other day. And what young Jesus would say about certain situations when the need arose, like a teacher, someone in charge over them making a rule or doing something, and boy, did he have a good question for them, asking them if they, which he knew the answer, if they understood the alpha. Because he'd make a point, how can a beta, control or help, or how can a beta lead another beta if they don't understand the alpha? And that's the problem. We got a bunch of beta man babies, sackless ones, running our nation for corrupted reasons, reshaping our land, scared because they don't even know what to think. They don't understand the alpha. Yeah. So, yeah. We have that going on in its simplest form. So, Trump's going to go up there and try to cast some illusions, I suppose, about Greenland up there. Still that land. I still stay a little angry at Christian nationalists that just, are running on automatic and vote in the Republic. It's the lesser of the two evils. I know where you're at. I've lived there or been among it. And there's value in some of the churches. There's not all the same light, the source of light that gives us, in the law of oneness, it's everything. Light created everything. We're all made of the same stuff. So, even if you're in a false religion where they're mixing inappropriately, take us literal, the snake talked, the donkey talked, and the flood came, and this loving God told Abraham to kill Isaac, and just to see if he would do it. Yeah. So that devil energy, don't mix with Christ energy, stuff got written up. History moves on just like the first computers probably don't run right now, at least on modern things. So we have to wise up and look at it that way. If people don't like how I talk, they don't have to listen. hey, if I can help 1% of the population of the world or something with a way of thinking that's different than something that traps your thinking and caps it, then we're good. So, I often think, I remember a lot of songs from my history, in church. I like to sing, so I would sing them. I don't have my old songbooks like that, but they come to mind. And some of those writers were, they really knew what they were talking about, but it was symbolic. And the church put it into a congregation of groupthink that teaches it different than what it could have been meant if they understood the Alpha. So, yeah, if you can't understand A, you don't know B. And then you're just in the C. But anyways, yeah, this one that hit my head, it's so old it starts out with "tis." Gives you a clue. It's in all those old hymns all over these first churches that popped up all around here. On this land we're supposed to be just governing. "'Tis not this the land of Beulah, blessed, blessed land of light, where the flowers bloom forever and the sun is always bright." Yeah. So I feel that. Obviously, it's symbolic. Otherwise, we don't have to live in a tropical zone where flowers could bloom forever, or try to do that in your house. No, it's symbolic. Is the church doing that? It'll be a bloodbath. Well, it's not the church. That's you Christian nationalists. Ask for this, you endorse this, and you're still showing that you're all about the Yaldabaoth, retribution, get rid of those who don't think like us. We have to do this for our nation with this God and country mentality, and you have to come to grips. Perhaps you've been brainwashed. Oh, don't say that. Why would you say that? Pull up them big britches and be an adult and realize you could be wrong. You could have been on the side that got taught wrong. I was. Again and again and again. There's a lot that I still don't know. I just cracked out of my shell not long ago. Feel like a toddler in this world. Wait till you see, oh wait till you see my brand new home, yeah. See its beauty rare. Anyways, they'll apply that to heaven. It's symbolic for your internal state and external state. But it's being shown right now in this world. Yeah. I don't have all the answers of what's right ahead. No. Living in a moment. Yet, that's another thing. And all those, I mentioned, there's uses for the religions and churches and stuff. It was nice, as I look back, it was the best part of that. Even though if a fraction of what I learned was true, because I believed in the proper sentences and statements of those old sayings, many of them, combined with, the accumulation of all your whole family and everybody, it seems like you just go, it makes all sense. Anyways, so the trappings are easy, but it was still nice to have association with others and get outside your own four walls of your house or the neighborhood you're in or whatever. So it gave you another world to dwell in, and it had a lot of some benefits and also had a total harm, though, when they teach you to take the power away from yourself. At the cross, you know, for such a worm as I. Of course, this crossy stuff's about since the Romans started to rewrite history and, you know, and implement the burning cross so they could all be, you know. Anyways, I stay on that stuff because it's what I know and people could learn from it. And if we don't have a renewing of the mind as to what's reality and what's going on, in this day and age, if you can't see that it's important to know what's an illusion and what's grounded in reality, then you're in trouble. We all must admit that because we're all falling out of some illusions and there's still yet more to discover. You know, some of them are in the Epstein files. Oh, there it goes. He said it. Whatever. Can't help how you all feel. I feel fine. Can't help that stuff. Anyhow, I can't believe we haven't got this. We're still allowing this show to go on. On with the show. This is it. Whirl, 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 whirl. Yeah, we might need some spooky do. Inward, not outward. Yeah, it's impossible when you have attackers out there in the world like, you know, magawaggots and Yaldabaoth energy of the light. Anyways, I'll leave it right there. Have a good one.